Hey, it's your girl Kellia from Black Girl Happy Planner. And I am shouting out August 1st, which is National Planner Day. Happy National Planner Day to all my fellow planners out there, all people who love planners and paper and stickers and pens and markers and all of the things that keep us organized. August 1st is National Planner Day. And I just wanted to share some fun information about National Planner Day with you, and then also talk about how do you choose a planner. So we're going to do that real quick on this podcast episode. And again, I am Kellia, Black Girl Happy Planner. And if you don't follow me, make sure you follow me on TikTok at Black Girl Happy Planner, as well as Instagram at Black Girl Happy Planner. And on YouTube, I am also Black Girl Happy Planner 1973 because Black Girl Happy Planner was not available. That's a whole nother topic. But anywho, August 1st is every year National Planner Day. And just to give some background information on that, this special day is a celebration and a nod to the undeniable role planners play in our lives. From the stay-at-home parent juggling tasks to corporate executives to just the single girl running around trying to get all of your stuff done, to teachers who are trying to wrangle the students that they work with every day and keep them on task and keep them on schedule. Planners come into play in our daily lives all the time. Even if you're just jotting down a list, that's a planner. You're planning. You're not just rolling by the seat of your pants. And so being allowed to look at your plans and review your plans, that's planning. So please don't think that you're not a planner just because you don't have a fancy planner or an expensive planner. No, it doesn't take all that. Planning is how you do it, however you examine your day and however you examine what you're doing. So anywho, back to the, the actual background of Planner Day. Planner Day underscores the importance of staying organized and productive, with roots traced back to the early 2000s. Enthusiast gatherings and businesses all around started having planner conferences and things like that. There's a whole conference called Go Wild that's just all about planners and planning. I have a couple of planner friends who have attended that, and they had so much fun. And it's a day that's embraced globally around the world. There are planners I've met in whole other countries. And I'm not going to leave out scrapbookers either. Scrapbookers are also planners. Scrapbookers have to plan when they're going to put their pictures in their books. And I'm a part of the scrapbook community as well. And so we're global. I've met people and fellow scrapbookers and planners in Australia, Asia, Brazil, all kinds of the islands, all kinds of other places. And so it's a fun time to get together with like minds and people who are planners as well. And the special day that is dedicated to the joys and benefits of using planners, August 1st, marks a time for users to reflect on their own planning habits, share tips with other people, and even participate in planner-themed activities and giveaways. So if you're like a sticker maker or you make planner tools for other people to take advantage of, you do printables, things like that, then Planner Day, National Planner Day is a big day for you. The day's origins trace back to planner lovers' desire to acknowledge the positive impacts of planning on personal and professional life. It was created by the team at Bloom Daily Planners, which aims to foster a spirit of community over competition among planner users. So I did attend a Bloom Planner event online a couple of years ago. They used to do an annual event, and I don't know what happened with that, but it was a fun event, and planners got together and talked about their planning. And it was a fun day to all come together and acknowledge National Planner Day. So just wanted to share that with you. And that information came from a website called National Days, the National Days Calendar. Let me get it right here. Yeah, Days of the Year calendar. That came from the Days of the Year calendar. So, and that's a website. You can look that up, and it has every single national day that is recognized, all these, days that are someone sat around and created all these days. That's where that comes from. So take a look at the National Days calendar. So what I wanted to also dive into real quick is since August 1st is National Planner Day, maybe you're looking for a planner. This is the time of year when planners like myself start thinking about the next year, what planners we're going to use. There are people who are already posting on YouTube what planners they're going to use for 2026. And I'm starting to think about it myself. So National Planner Day is that day where everybody kind of begins to look forward to, we're planners. So we're planning forward to think about, hey, what is it that I'm going to use for 2026? What am I going to use for the next year to keep myself organized? So here's some things to think about. Here's a list, 18 things. And I'll share this on my Instagram on National Planner Day. So look for that on my Instagram on National Planner Day, this list of 18 things. And the 18 things list comes from All About Planners. So you can find her on the internet. It's All About Planners, and she has very cool access to a lot of printables and lists and things that she's created around the planning community. So 18 things to check before buying a planner. Number one is size. What size do you need? I used to think I needed big planners, and at one point I did need big planners. I was a happy planner, thus my name, Black Girl Happy Planner. I was a happy planner enthusiast. I got the big disc-bound happy planners and I carried them around. I also used them for scrapbooking and things like that. However, I don't need a planner that big anymore. In fact, I've gone through every single size, big, small, medium, you name it. But right now, what I'm really into is the small pocket-sized planner that I can stick into my purse or stick into my bag real quick, take it to church, I can take it to school with me and just whip it out and jot down. All I need is my appointments and the activities I'm doing for the day, and then I need my to-do list. That thing this summer for the last 2 months has saved my life, and I've been more organized probably in the last 2 months than I've been in the last 2 years. Okay, and I currently use a Moleskine pocket planner, and I'll try to list that in my newsletter, the planners that I'm currently using. I think I posted a planner stack, but I'll do a planner stack for the end of the month so you can see what I've been using. But Moleskine pocket planner, but that's a pocket size. But you might want a big planner. So size is important. As we say in all things, size matters. The binding style. Do you want a book bound planner? Do you want one that's disc bound? Do you want spiral bound? So think about the binding style. What's going to be the most flexible binding style for you? I love a good spiral notebook. And I've used some spiral planners as well. So I'm teeter-tottering for 2026 on whether I'm going to go back to spiral or not. But that's a whole nother topic. Planner layout. Do you want hourly? Like, do you need to plan your hourly, daily things? Make a hourly, like, what are you doing? Do you have lots of meetings? Do you have lots of places to go, things to do, with a list on the side? Do you need just weekly? Do you need to be able to see a vertical list of all of your things to do for the week? Do you need just monthly? Do you need to be able to see the big picture of, okay, this is what I'm doing each day this month? That's for you to decide. And that's kind of like number 3 and 4 together. So planner layout, what type of layout do you need? Do you need lists? Do you need dots already filled in? Or do you just need a notebook that you can lay out your own, create your own layout? Those are things to think about. And then number 4 was the daily or weekly planner or hourly. Some people are really getting into all these different types of planners, daily, weekly, or monthly. Then number 5, which, people go back and forth about, do you need a Sunday start date or a Monday start date? I'm a Monday start date kind of girl, because for me, my Saturday and Sunday need to be together, because that's the weekend. I know some people get caught up on Sunday. That's the first day of the week. That's the Lord's Day. It is the Lord's Day. But that's why I'm putting it with the weekend, because going to church or whatever spiritual, and religious thing you practice, that to me, that goes with my weekend, because that's part of my weekend. So I like a Monday start date, because Monday is the first day of the work week. That's when I'm going to work. I ain't going to work on Sunday. So to me, Sunday don't need to be with my work week. But that's just me. Maybe you want Sunday or Monday. That's something to decide when you're choosing a planner. Number 6, time of the year that your planner starts. Some people like to start in January. Some people like to start in July. July is usually considered an academic style planner, because academic year means when school's about to start, July, August. But it's also a fiscal year planner. I love a fiscal year planner. I especially used to love a fiscal year planner when I worked in higher ed for like 20 plus years. And so time of the year is important. Lately, I've been using January planners. However,